They even tried to talk about how many subspecies of humans there were.
Yeah.
Or, do you know what I mean?
Anunnakis and...
Like, even if you're talking about monkeys and primates, there's too much of everything. There's too much evidence that life Earth is teeming with life.
100%.
Yeah?
And you know what is, bro? The scientists, archaeologists, whoever it is, bro, like, we're always discovering like things every day.
Of course.
You know,
because understanding
we don't know
changes
everything. You know what I'm saying? The people in power don't know everything. You know what I'm saying? The people with the most resources and everything don't know.
You hit the nail on the head.
But they control that information. This is the problem.
If you ran a country or you was an emperor or something, and somebody brought you a potato and told you it was an apple, you might tell people for 100 years this is an apple, fam. You know what I mean? Like,
there you go.
This is what I'm saying. So. It's just the intelligence. Information changes all the time.
Oh, definitely.
You heard of the story about the bone wars, about in regards to paleontologists. When dinosaurs first started getting discovered, they didn't know how to label which dinosaur was what. So they just started making up names for dinosaurs and putting that bone with that.
Jurassic era.
Jurassic era, but I mean, like, people were battling from, it was more all to do with capitalism again, but people were basically making up things. And they say that that's why there's a lot of evidence that's been destroyed that in regards to like giants.
100%.
You know what I mean? Because
100%.
Because it would contradict some of the stuff that they...
Well, 100%, because what it is that when the paleontologists were making up these false dinosaurs, remember that there's a list of dinosaurs that were definitely there because they've managed to find complete skeletal remains.
Yeah.
But when you look at certain, if you look at the history, they won't tell you about them no more. But before there was hundreds of dinosaurs that never existed. Like they were just made up man-made names, like, and they admitted it, and they're like, oh, okay, we made a mistake here.
It's true, yeah. But I'm so glad you touched on that, man. That happens a lot, bro.
But that's what I'm trying to say. Information is updated all the time.
100%.
You know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Especially in this day and age, man.
Yeah.
Disinformation and misinformation nowadays. Everyone's got a
That's
podcast.
not really
Everyone.
disinformation.
No, I'm just saying.
That's just the process of collecting information and building upon it.
Well, you know what?
Trial and error.
Someone actually asked me a brilliant
That's
question.
the scientific theory is trial and error, but we're able to test over and over again and control variables.
But then again, there's scientists who believe in God, and there's scientists who don't. There's scientists that can give you suggestions that God exists, and there's others that won't.
The stigma around it, like everybody has to follow a certain pattern. Like if you'd be deemed to be stupid if you was to believe in God. Like it's only to your established scientist and you've got yourself a name for yourself and you're out there and everybody's talking to you and everyone's you know what I mean? You got to win some type of Nobel Prize to have an opinion nowadays. You know what I mean?
System, the scientists, you know what I'm saying? That's why if someone comes up with a new cure for something, what happens to that person usually?
It's true.
So we'll end on that note, innit?
And you know what's a good point is when you're talking about that, yeah? Do you know what fruits come from England? Because I'm starting to narrow it down, and other than turnips, I don't really know what comes from it.
Bro,
you know what I mean? Like, because Sir Walter Riley brought potato and tobaccos in the Victorian times, so like, what fruits come from here? Like,
bro,
like it's actually deep. Like,
even tea, bro. Like England's taken like
you know, we're cutting this. That's the next.
We are the inventors of tea. What about Asia?
I told you the ADHD was starting kicking in.
What about Africa?
When you started, I was like, what?
I'm gonna try again. We're gonna end it
on this note. We're gonna end on this note.
No. Can we end on one last thing? One last thing.
It's only right.
Can anyone, just because of what you said, can anyone tell me a couple of Nobel Prize winners from the last 3 years?
3 years?
Yeah, just a few. From the last few years, Nobel Prize winners. Can you name me any?
Listen, is
any?
Is
Can you
that,
name me a
is
single
that
one?
top coon Barack Obama in that? Do you know what?
He might have got a Nobel Peace
No,
Prize.
he's definitely won it, but I don't know if it's in the last 3 years or not.
He got a Nobel Peace Prize.
The accumulation of laureates that have gone on to behave in a less than noble fashion has brought a lot of scrutiny to the award. Even Obama was skeptical about winning.
I am both surprised and deeply humbled by the decision of the Nobel Committee.
For many, his decision to increase troop presence in Afghanistan and his deadly drone program left a bitter taste. In Obama's case, he'd been president for less than a year, was involved in 2 wars, and had overseen more drone strikes than George W. Bush had carried out during his entire presidency when he won the prize.
And I did get the Nobel Peace Prize.
Oh, really? What was that for?
To be honest, I still don't know. Yes, he did. All right.
Like, and I respect Obama, you know.
I know,
but I know what he did and what he didn't do.
Listen,
power.
Obama's evil.
He's a top gun man.
Listen,
he had no choice anyway. Really,
do you know what? He had no choice because the position that he took at the time that he took was given to him for a reason.
There's so much other things that gets pushed in our face. The real scientific progression and knowledge that gets spread.
Omitted.
We're not aware of it. Is that the
why
point?
is that
the point?
We're not
privy
privy to it. It's not pushed in your face.
But they can tell you about Diddy though.
Yeah. We know about P. Diddy.
You have to take a conscious decision to want to know.
Look about,
it's not in your face.
Yeah, no way.
And that's why you say disinformation, misinformation. And there's so many people out there that now question science because they're not.
You don't hear about it.
You know what's beautiful about what you just said?
What they hear about is the agendas that are pushed and certain research that isn't actually scientific research. A lot of the research that the government puts out as statistics and things like that are not genuine research.
Yeah,
100%.
It's all cherry picked.
That's my same principle when it comes to God. You have to actively go and search for religion. You have to actually go and make that time because the media and the general public ain't gonna push you into that. No. And it does say that in the Bible as well. I'm not gonna refer to the Quran or everything else, but it says in the Bible that at the end of the day, it's for you to go and to independently want to do that.